Yeah, hello to all of you. Welcome at Granisola webinar. My name is Justin Gunn, and today I am the moderator of the webinar. Today we have something special, never had it before. We have a K2 expert day from the basics and the begin for beginners to an expert of K2. Today we have an expert from K2 here, Axel Glett. Axel, can you hear me?
Yes, hello Justin, I can hear you very well, very good.
Perfect. So I hope you registered you of all our daily webinars from K2 from the beginner to an expert. We start with the part 2 now. Axel, can you explain it shortly? What's the topic of the part 2?
Yeah, in part 2 we will go to the products for pitch roof and in special solution trapezoidal and hanger bolt systems, and we have these two parts of solutions, and I will show the different products and the different product types, and it's a really easy and quick one webinar, and so it will be fun for everyone, I think so.
Okay, sounds great. One point from my side, if you have any questions or questions from the webinar before, please let us know, send us a short message in the chat window, and during the webinar we try to answer all the questions. I will ask Axel all the questions and we answer it. Okay, Axel, it's your turn. I go back in the background.
Okay, thank you, Justin. And let's start about talking trapezoidal solutions from K2. And special thanks of all our new people in the webinar, and a special thanks of all the staying people in the webinar for your coming here and for using our interest on K2 systems. And we are really proud that so many people come in these times to work and find some solutions for solar powering and solar under construction solutions. Let's start with trapezoidal, and we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 different solutions. The oldest one and the most comfortable but the expensive one is the speed rail. The speed rail system is a long rail system. So you get the speed rail in 4 meter and 30 or 5 meter and 30, 5 meter and 40 and 4 meter and 30 on your working area. And the speed rail has especially the speed clip under it. The speed clip is a really good constructing tool. It's a kind of a GFK system. It's a fiberglass strong powered plastic yeah. And the speed clip hold the speed rail in it. You have maybe the contrast is a little bit bad. You see you have a long side cut and a small side cut, and the speed rail will go like this to fix it. And then you have a place for 2 screws, and the screws are going into the speed clip, and so you fix it on a trapezoidal. Here in special kind, you have some sealing tape. It's an EPDM under it, and it's a really strong and really high EPDM, so it closed every hole really much. And under your screw, you have a special screw with a sealing foil or a sealing head too, and so it's 100% safe. You have a good and sealed hole. Normally we have tested, if you don't have a screw with some sealing cap on this, it will be worse, but it's in Germany we have some restrictions or some building laws to have an double time sealing. And so we say, okay, for all of the world, it's better to double time sealing something to be sure it's really, really safe. And a special solution of our screw is the screw is not a screw with making a cut. The screw bringing a little hole, and the metal goes folding down like this, and it don't will be only cut. If you only cut some trapezoidal, you have a hole, and it's the strongest of your screw is only the thickness of the trapezoidal. Here in this case, the screw folded down the metal and building 2.5 thickness sizes, cause the here you find the I don't know the right word, Justin, for Gewinde, but it's going down and making its own place or its own nuts.
Gewinde means treat.
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 Okay. The screw.
TH.
Treat.
Yep.
Okay. And so the treat has more log or more powerful strongness. The second one, and it's the most selling product, it's our mini rail. The mini rail means 40 centimeter solutions, and it comes with some sealing band as well. It's the same like this on the under the speed clip, and here you have the holes in it and the sealing band under it, and it comes in a set with the right screws, and the screws of the mini rail a little bit shorter one, because you don't have the thickness like speed clip. It's only this from the metal here or from the aluminum here, and so the screw is only a 25 millimeter screw, so you are a little bit faster to working. And by all our products, you don't have to make a special additional hole anywhere, or you don't have to pull the EPDM under it. You can only pull it out of the box and go to the right place and pull the screws in the roof, and you are finished. It's really, really fast. And special here is you have 4 screws for each clamp point, and it's important the clamp is between the screw points. It's not important if you have a screw here and maybe here, or here and there. It doesn't matter, but what matters is so your clamp is between the sealing points. Have you an end clamp and your sealing point is here and your end clamp is here, you don't have any function of this both screws. So be sure if you're building on this on the roof that the clamp between the sealing points, if the sealing point here on this point and the clamp is here, it is okay, it will work, because we need some percents from this strongness of the screw to bring all together and hold it on the roof. And so it's really, really important. The sealing point is between, the clamp is between both sides of the sealing points. The clamp, really easy, have all the sizes from 30 millimeters to 50 millimeters. You can use one clamp in silver or one clamp in black. It's your choice what your model are, what the framing color is. And it's really easy to hold it on stock because you have only one end clamp in silver, one end clamp in black, a middle clamp in silver, and a middle clamp in black. Really, really easy, really good to hold it on stock. The screws, I told it to you, 25 millimeters. In the set connection, you have 40 rails in one package with 160 screws. For me, it's important to say one package screws additional in your stock on your car. It's really important because a screw can be lost, and so it's really sad if you have to go from your working area to go and find one screw again or buy one screw again. So it's really easy, and the screws are not so much expensive, so you can handle it really easy to buying one more package. And maybe you can say your partner by Kranich, hey, okay, I need more 300 or 500 of the Minrail sets. Please put the sets with the screws and give me additional one package of screws, maybe 100 or 1000 and whatever you want. And then you have a long time additional screws, and you can only fix your working projects, and so it's really easy. The last of the solution parts are the multi-rail solutions. The multi-rail has two parts. You have a multi-rail called 25-4. The name is 25 millimeters and 4 screwing points. And you have 10 centimeters long and 2 screws in the two screw points. These products are really cheap because it's really less of material. You have a really good EPDM under it. It's the same way. You don't have to make any holes on the project side. We make all the holes for you. We bring the right EPDM under it, so you don't have to fix it on the working area. We will do it for you. Okay, come out of the box, bring it on the roof, and start your work. But the problem on the multi-rail lids is always on the trapezoidal height point, and so the models have to be in the landscape way to build it on the layout on your roof. The problem is if you have a portrait layout on the roof, you can handle the perfect clamp points of the perfect construction points on the model side, on the model manual, and it's really important to get the guarantee of the model or have a long life model. So you have to bring it on the right position, on the right clamp way, and so look what is possible with your models. And normally the models are in the landscape position are better to handle on the tripod solutions. And the next part of why I don't like this product so much is when you bring your wiring on the roof, you don't have any possibility to bring the wire on the rail. You can only have a cable manager as well from K2 and put it on the frame, or you have the frame holes in the module and can bring a wiring cable manager in the hole of the framing, but it's not the most comfortable solution. And the problem is as well the cable who comes from the inverters and goes to the start point of your string. You can handle any cables under a module because you don't have many size or many space. Here you have only I think it's 32 millimeters. I'm not really sure, maybe it's 36. Sorry for that, but you don't have many space to bring wire here. And under a module, you can with a cable manager not pulling more than 10 cables under a module, and I think 10 is not comfortable normally. My meaning is more than 3 or 4 are not comfortable and not working as long time. And so here I don't like the product in case of the quality you can build a project on your working area, because it's really but it's really cheap, and maybe you need a really cheap solution on this area, and maybe you have a special kind or special trick for your wiring who is cheap as well, and it's really easy. And maybe you can let me know this, and or let me know what is your solution, what is your thinking about this product, have you tried or tested, and maybe you have some kind to make it better. And for us by K2, it's really important to get the information how the look and feel is our products. Have you a better solution, or have you seen a great idea to make something better? Let us know. for us it's really important to stay close to the crowd, to know what is your meaning and what we can do better for good solutions. One thing we have an additional for this solution on when you use an SpeedRail, it's here, it's a special additional, we call it add-on, and the normal way is the SpeedRail goes from the right to the left side of the roof. The downside and the high side point are in this way, the rail going like this way, because we need the 6 to fix, the speed clip, and you can switch the position of your module when you bring the add-on on the side, and so you can bring one model on this side. You have here the middle clamp on the second model is on this side, and so you can clamp the model on the long side, on the landscape side of the model in the right positions, and have all the strong and powerness of the model. Normally, so have your model clamp on the long side, you have up to 5,400 Pascal pressure or loads, and when you go on the short side, you have only 2,400 pressure loads, and so it's can be in your special area be important to bring the right clamp position, and so we have this add-on to bring it on the right clamp position. And I forget to say it, by the mini rail as well, you have here the possibility to laying the model down. You can switch the clamp and this at this position, and so you can bring the model here on this side and clamp it, and so it's possible to switch the clamp position with one product. So I think this is the smartest product we have in this case, and you are with 4 screw points, and you have one high point here and one high point here, so because you can handle your wiring here and here and fix it on the rail. It's really easy, and I think it's really good to deliver in every country and deliver to your working area, and we can deliver really fast with DHL Go and some little deliveries. You don't need in such a big truck to bring it on your working place. And so it's really easy for Kranich to hold it in stock and bring it to your area. You can use the one mid and the one end as well on the multi-rail and on the speed rail. In the case of the speed rail, it's normally you have the one mid, one end. In the case of the multi-rail, normally customers use an one size clamp, because it's cheaper, a one size clamp only for 35 millimeters models as well, because the clamp is really easy to produce, and it's really it's a stupid product. In the product of an one mid, one end, here you have 3 more parts to combine and to produce, and so the product is more expensive than an one size clamp, and so it's the normal case of the multi-rail is with a one size clamp. In our case, we need a one size clamp, XS clamp. So have you a special pricing problem, or you need a special cheap price, ask for an XS clamp, and so you get the cheapest version. So the second part, or have we some questions, Justin, in this case, in this moment?
Yeah, we have some questions. If we have crest distance of 50 centimeters, we cannot use a mini rail. Is it possible to use speed rail in a different way? We cut the speed rail into 60 centimeter pieces and use speed clips, so we would have a special mini speed rail for the roofs, which crest distance of 50 centimeters.
The question is a really good one. At first, the choice or the possibility, the speed rail with the speed clip to cut it in 50 or 60 centimeter parts will not work, because you need we call it speed lock. The speed lock is over one of your speed clip. When you have a speed clip, normally you have a speed clip every 60 centimeters on your roof, and your rail is between 4.30 meters and maybe you bring more rails again and again. You have in this case the possibility to go with 8 modules and 8 meter 60 solution, and then you need a special cut for some chemical problems or some vibrations and some heating size differences, and we need in every solution, every rail need one speed lock, because we have a special thing. The rail can slip against the speed clip, and the rail, when the rail goes slipping always to one side, and you have only 60 centimeters and you don't use a speed lock, you have the problem your rail going down. And so I think the speed lock costs, when you go, if you make an only 60 centimeters part of this, and you use every 60 centimeters and speed lock as additional to be sure the rail going not down from the speed clip, you have the problems. The costs are more than you have a closed rail system. So I think it's not a really good way in this kind. Maybe when you have the problem is that you need more of this, maybe your market needs a longer mini rail. Let us know how many use it, how many times you use this product as well, a little bit longer, and then we can make a special product in a project product for you. But project products only will be used when we have more than 2 kilometers of rail length together. Then we have some special working points in our factory to make to switch a product, and so we need for a rail 2 kilometers. And when you say, okay, we need 60 centimeters, we have 1 meter, we have 0.8 sizes, so 1 kilometer maybe makes 600, 700 parts. And when you say, okay, we need 2000 of this part or 1500 of this special mini rail in the special length, we can handle it and we can make it for you.
Okay, I think that's all. Another question is, I think we have a lot of beginners here today. Can you show how you can fix a rail on a hook?
Yes, I can do it. It's the same for the hanger bolts. We have here crosshook 3. Maybe somebody see it on the first webinar. This is our single rail 36, and this is our crosshook 3, and it works with the same climber like a hanger bolt. It's the second part of this webinar we are staying now. It's the same product on the top, and it's the same way. You have the set here, bring it on a rafter, have your rail, put it together. Here you see it, sorry, you see it here. The climber goes into this little area. You're closing the screw. We need 16 Newton meters for strongness, and it will be works. And it's the same way for the hanger bolt solution. The hanger bolt solutions for some special roofs with an with an, was heißt denn Welldach? You put it together as well. You have here the nut.
Corrugated roof. Schwelldach.
Okay. Yeah. In the solution works as well. You make a hole in your roof, bring the screw on the right position, pulling down the ceiling plate here to close it to the roof. In this case, it's possible to it's really important, don't bring too much pressure on this ceiling plate or this ceiling point. Have you too much pressure, your roof can be damaged because the material is really powerful, and when you bring too much pressure, you can bring the material into the roof. If you look at close, you see it's a point here. It goes into the roof. It's a little bit. It's not parallel. It goes a little bit up, and so it will fill the roof, the hole totally. And this outside surface have to be lay really soft and close on the roof, and not bring it too much, okay? And then you have adjust the right height here. In case of going a roof really good and really flat, you have only the same size, and sometimes the roof is not the good way. It's a little bit of waves in the roof. Then you have to adjust the right way. Then your rails going really flat and your project looking really good. Then you have to open it a little bit, the screw. The climber goes into the rail. Bring it all together. Fix it. And it's really strong and good solution. The last test, we make tests by KL2. We have an own laboratory, and we make a test to pull in this way. Every roof, every climber has more than 400 kilogram pulling. In this case, when you make it on the right position, and so nothing will happen. It's a really good and strong product. And for hanger bolt solution, we have every hanger bolt you need. We have big ones. It's an M12, goes up to 30 centimeters or 300 millimeters. We have it in 180. We have it in special solutions with an M8 hole and an M10 upside. We have it from EOT called Solarbefestiger, a special type for trapezoidal with some insulation material between. And yes, it's only an M12 again with a really strong wood cover. And so everything is possible. And the little bit cheaper version is with not with the climber. The climber is like this, only for hanging in. And here you have a solution with a little bit a T-bolt or T-screw. And the rail going on this side. Here it's a little bit less money for the system, but you need a little bit more time. So it's your opinion or your choice. If your workers are really cheap, as well, maybe it's better for you. You can buy this solution. When your workers are a little bit more expensive, or you say, okay, I will be a good performance on my team, and I will be a comfortable solution for my team, it's better you using the Climber one. And last but not least, for our classic solutions and solid rail solutions, we have classic hanger bolt for with a long hole and with a T-bolt under it, but I think it's a really old-fashioned way, because it's not so cheap, and the problem is it's a really long time to work. You have to bring the T-bolt. In this case here, the T-screw goes down. You have to bring it into this area, so you have to screw. So you have to turn the screw 90 degrees, and then you have to fix the nut and have to be sure the screw is not going 54 or 5 degrees backward. So maybe it's not strong enough, because the problem is the screw is not on the right position, and you can't check it. You can't see it under this. And so I think it was good for the last years, but it's not a good project now, or a product now. It's really old-fashioned. Use this or this, and for me, special the Climber one is the best solution. Okay, Justin, you have some questions about hanger bolt systems?
No, not at the moment.
Okay, that's really good, and we are really fast at this moment. I'm wondering why, but yesterday I need a little bit more time. Today I'm really fast. I hope it was good to understand, or I'm too fast maybe.
No, I think it's great. So we are a little bit early already, huh?
I see we have some more questions, maybe. Do you have clamps for glass panels? Was one question. Yes, we have it, but it's not so. It's not a standard product, but we have it, and I think Kranich have it on stock as well. I have shared my desk in this moment. You can see my desk?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So if you go to our website, and here you can select your right language, and normally the sorry, my fault. It's a short link. In Germany, it's easier. So I go to the digital price list. It's really easy to find it. Okay, see this. And I go to additional. Maybe we can send you the English version as well. after the webinar. And here you can see it. Here's the laminate clamp, and here you have check what size or what strongness you have in your module and what is in the manual. We can fix a module size between 6.8 and 8 millimeter class thickness. And the slide guard, for me, a slide guard is really important if you have a portrait solution. If you have a landscape solution, the clamp is on the right position, so you don't need a slide guard. But I think it's a really special product. So we have to know what will you do, what is the product you need, and so we will find the right solution. Okay.
Okay, I think we answered these questions very well. So I think we are at the end of this webinar.
Okay.
So Axel, thank you very much for the explaining. To all the attendees in the webinar, please don't miss the next webinar. We start in a few minutes at 11:15, I think. I shared the register link to all of you in the chat, so you can register you and join us in the next webinar. Okay, Axel, thank you, and hope to see you later. Bye.
Yes, hope to see you later. Bye-bye.